Edits are one of the most powerful features of FilePro. They work and work and work in the background. They're very unobtrusive. Once you attach an edit to a field, if it's in the map definition, it just works and continues to work, protecting your user from entering bad data, or possibly they format the data in a certain way for the user. Excuse me. They are very powerful. You can design edits to do all sorts of things. Users can be directed, or users can be aided in putting in data that normally would take a long time to put in correctly, even just a phone number. If a user had to type parenthesis, area code, parenthesis, space, number, dash, number, every time they entered a phone number, it would drive them crazy. With the regular phone edit, you know that they can type in, just about anything. They can put in any kind of close approximation to a phone number, and it'll get formatted correctly for them into a nice looking phone format. Let's make an edit. Let's show you a little bit about how you design edits. I'm going to show you very, very basic things, and I'm going to expect you to go into the F10 help and look at these. There may be 3 screens of help, 4, okay, 3 or 4 screens of help that really say it all. They explain very precisely what each part of an edit function does, and once you learn that, you can construct all sorts of simple edits, and once you construct a simple edit, you can then use that edit inside another edit and make some complex edits and build them up and up and up until one edit relies on another, relies on another, relies on another, and all of a sudden you have a very complex edit that's doing something like providing all the zip codes in the known northern hemisphere, including Canada and where else, Puerto Rico, and the whole world. It's very neat the way edits can be compounded and based upon one another, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that. And first, let me just talk about basic design of edits. If I take this C-type edit and I test it, and I'll test the C-type edit for one character here, and I try putting in a D. It takes the D. That's good. If I take a C, it takes a C. Obviously, X it doesn't take. But it's working properly. Let's test this edit now, the C-type edit. Let's test it for 15 characters. Okay, does it take a D? Yeah, it takes a D. Good. Does it take a C? Yes. Great. Does it take a D? D. Edit failed at the second D. Why is that? Let's try this again. How about a CC? Edit failed at the second C position. Get rid of that, and it passes the edit. Why is that? Well, if you look at this edit, we've specified it that way. We've said take one D. That's a D. You can only have a D on this side of the or you can have a C. That's what you have to be left with. If you want to have something where there's more than one of the thing, like any number of them, you put these little squirrely, squiggly French braces or whatever you call them. Let's just leave it that way. T, C-type. We'll test it for 15. Let's see if we can put in a DD. I like that. Let's see if we can put in a CC. No, edit failed. Again, it's one of those deals where it does exactly what we tell it to do. Can we put in DDDDD? Yes, that works. Could we put in, let's get rid of these, could we put in a DDC like this? No, that failed. We didn't allow that. We're only allowing either, in this edit, either or. And on the either side, it's any number of Ds. On the or side, or this, one C. If we want to accept any number of D's or C's, well, then, of course, we'd have to do this. That will say take any number of D's you see or any number of C's. Will that allow a DDCC? No, because we're not telling it to allow that. If I do this for 15 characters and I put in DDCC, no, edit failed, because all we're allowing is either any number of D's or any number of C's. That's what that pipe sign means. It's or. Okay, let's see. What does this allow us to do now? Can we, excuse me. How can we add to this? What else can we do with edits? Let's press the F10 key and take a look. You notice that I just showed you that I showed you the third piece down that allows you to take the expression X, and it says it may occur any number of times. But it must occur at least once. Now, we didn't notice that with our testing, did we? Okay. if we want it to be optional, we have to add this thing on the top which says the expression X is optional. So let's do that. And let's test the edit first. If I put T, well, I can't really test it this way. I just want to say that the D's are, if I want to make it an optional thing, let's make a new edit here. Let's call it, say, TTT. All right. And if I put in a, to pass the edit, if I put in something like a bracket, squiggly, and then I'll put a D again, another squiggly, and a bracket. Oops, not a backslash, a bracket. Gotta learn how to type. Don't get it? Alright. Now if we test this edit, this is saying that I can have it, I can, we'll test the TTT edit for 15 characters. I can put a DDD. Okay, edit failed. Isn't that interesting? I can't put DD. Now why is that? Because I'm saying only one D is allowed and it can be optional. And it didn't, and it should work. This edit should absolutely work. You know why it's not working? Because it's not allowing, I didn't allow for capitals. So it's saying you have to enter capitals. Let me put in DD, and you see that that says data past the edit. Now, it's optional. I can actually put, I can put, can I do this? No, because there's a space there. I'm allowed to have one D, and I'm allowed to have several Ds. And I could, but if I don't want any D's, obviously a space is going to be allowed. In any edit, you can have a space. But what I'm trying to show you is this optional operator says you can only do things. They don't have to be there. Let me give you another better example of this really quickly. There's an operator that will say if something is there. Let's say we do this. F. We want an F, and if there's an EB, we'll take it. And if there isn't, we won't take it. Let's see what this edit does. If I put a T, and I test the TTT edit, and I test it for, say, 5 characters, and I type an F, see what it did? It supplied the EB for me. Now, if I hit Enter, will it take that too? Yes, it likes that too, because it's what the less than and greater than operators say is, if the thing is not there, supply it. Let me go to help. Sorry. If the thing is there, the less than and greater than says, this is the kind of thing where FilePro, the literal may be there, but if it doesn't, then FilePro will add it for you. FilePro will supply it. Let's look at another thing. The lines right below, there's an exclaim. This is a kind of an interesting one. Just going to show you some pieces for a bit until we tie them together. Let's try a YYY edit. And let's say that on this YYY edit, I want to let me get an idea what this will do. If I test this edit, test it for say 15 characters, if I put in THE space, FilePro says that's good, I'm going to throw it away. The exclaim operators, the bangs, say throw away whatever inside here if you find it. And the fact that I don't have it, well, first of all, if I say that this is 15 characters, I'm not allowing anything else in this field. Really, that's all this particular edit is going to do. It's very important to be able to throw away things. Let's say I wanted to always be able to throw away a dash, piece of punctuation. I would do it that way. I might want to be able to always throw away a space. That will throw away a space if there's a space inside the edit. But we have to be able to allow other things inside the edit. We can't just say take away something and not put anything there, not allow anything else in that edit type. Tell you what, this is enough for this lesson. Let's move on to the next lesson, and I'll show you a little bit more about how edits can be more and more complex.